Hi there, join our exclusive WhatsApp community to learn more about cyber GRC.
All right, let's start with what did we start with in the journey here? We like to start with our journey, our experience so far. So we started this program by saying all of us can agree the world of technology has changed, whether we agree or not, because all of us have been forced to be part of that ecosystem of IT and even cybersecurity right now. Because of that, it is very important we understand some of the foundation in general. So we talk about that foundation to kind of get us to speed. The basic of IT, what is network, what are incident responses, what is um, you know general things in terms of infrastructure in IT. We kind of just went through basic foundation of IT, and we went through security awareness program. The program is what most organizations are expected to know, from an email security, physical security, network security. We kind of just went through in general. Then we jumped into the core areas that are very meaningful in cyber. And we said, top on the list, we have to think about our assets. Why is it important? Because everything else you do is not relevant if you don't even have an inventory of your asset. Meaning, if you have no idea what you even have, then how do we even start? So it's important we start with the foundation, which is, do you even have an asset management program? So we started with that, at the back of our mind, an asset management program, right? So meaning we should have an inventory of all of our assets for a start, right? So that was a big one. And we did some exercise, which was exciting. We said, we have to think about how do we do an assessment of assets management in an organization. You'll be surprised. This is not a, this is serious, right? A lot of big organizations don't have a way they track their assets. Yes, surprisingly, but that's the reality. Some of them would have it in fractions. So this department is tracking asset this way, the other one is tracking it this way. So it's just so confusing, and there's no way you can account for a list of comprehensive assets in the organization. So it's a big gap in general. Then we went further to say, okay, we know that's a big issue. And the way you identify assets, remember, let me do some quick quiz. If you don't mind, chat, tell me some types of assets out there that we care about. Let's go. Start typing, please. What are the kind of assets we're thinking about? Email, okay. Email servers, laptop, databases, phone, data, properties, a laptop, desktop, servers, humans, printers, hardwares, your cameras, your cloud servers, your routers, yes, bridges, softwares. Absolutely. Awesome. Yes. Building. Yes. Yes. Okay. I agree. Those are big assets we can think about. Okay. So it means another thing that is important is you have to have a tag of those assets, inventory of those assets, the owners of those assets, the location of those assets, and every asset. I like what Shantanu said. Every asset should have an IP address tag to it. Can we type that together? IP address, everybody, if you don't mind? Because that's the way we uniquely track those assets we talk about, your IP address. So it means your phone, your printer, your mobile devices, every one of them has unique IP addresses tagged to them. Okay. Very important we know that. So if I'm tracking my asset, your network administrator might just give you the IP address. So those are the assets, right? So you can use that. We use asset discovery tools. Those tools will just run in your network and identify different IPs, and they can use it to classify asset types too. So just to give you an heads up. So we also went further to say it's not enough to tell me you have an asset. What about how do you track the asset for potential vulnerabilities or potential weakness, right? And we talked about, can you tell me some tools people use to scan for vulnerabilities out there? Let me say we remember a few of those tools. Nessus, yes, that's a bit popular one. Qualys, Open Vars, thank you. All right, Temtoka is awesome. Open Vars, that's a big one out there too. Splunk. Now, Splunk mostly they use it to for SIM, but we can stick that in. But mostly for vulnerability management, we are talking about the likes of Nessus, OpenPass, Qualys, I believe. There's one called Wiz. Wiz was just acquired by a company, I don't remember, but there are so many of them out there. But the bottom line is that those, okay, let me ask you, those scanners are referencing from where? Let me see if you guys remember this. Aha. Whoever gets this one, remind me. You need to tell me, whoever type it first. Okay, Jazz acquired Wiz. Huh. Signatures. Yes, they get signatures. All right, there's something I want you to say. Signature is right, but there's somewhere they get it from. Typically, the way they classify those as those threats. PVSS. Okay, Shantanu just won my book. All right, Shantanu, please, you need to send me your email. Please send it now so I don't forget. Sometimes I forget. Please just send me now. You just won yourself one of our books. All right. Let me make everybody jealous. Okay. All right. So I'll mail 2 books to you and this one. So for others, you can go buy it. All right. Sorry. But you just want it. All right. Sometimes I do give away. But please make sure you tell me your send it to info@skillweed.com, your address, and I will just have it shipped to you probably tomorrow. I'll put it on my desk. All right, cool, cool, cool. I love it. Now let me quickly sneak it in. Yeah, now somebody said I'm jealous. Ah, ha, ha. You to answer next time. Okay. So the point is that the CVSS score. You remember I said we should talk about CVS because I wanted to make you remember it. CVS is a pharmacy store. Just put the S in front of it. It's really a body that we can. It kind of classified the different vulnerabilities from scale of 1 to 10, from critical, high, medium, low. Naturally, we can agree if it's critical, it makes sense to deal with it there and there, right? Because it's critical to your organization. If it is high, okay, take care of it. Medium, low. So if you're prioritizing, naturally you start with the critical. All right. So just to give you guys, make sure we have a good grasp of that. Okay. So all right, the next thing we're going to quickly jump in today, and that was really our core areas. For those of you that missed the class, just quickly go through it. But that was the gist of those 2 topics as a whole. Today, we would get into another very interesting topic. Think about it for a second, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, one of the first line of defense is access to your system, your data, or any critical infrastructure. Hardware, it doesn't matter. Access is always the first thing. Because of that, we have to get into something we call identity access management. The code word for that is that, okay, how do we grant access and how do we manage access in simple terms? So today we'll talk about that a little bit. So somebody said, what's the difference between CVSS and CMMI? Um, let's pause for a second. CMMI is just a way of measuring maturity. Let me explain that for 1 second. Think about it this way. If you visit a doctor, they would ask you, what is the pain level? It's the same concept. It's just a maturity level. So I can say to my doctor, the doctor will ask me a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being high pain, 1 being low. Tell me your pain level. I'll tell the doctor 1, okay, no pain. 5, bad. It's the same thing. CMI is a model, and you can use so many models. Sometimes you can adopt your own internal model. In my case, my world was consulting for many years, and we built our own internal model. But the truth is that they are similar. Some people will use 1 to 4, some will use 1 to 5. The gist is the same thing. You are making a judgment call One means horrible. Two, you're doing something not defined. Three, you're doing something is defined. Four, this is good, pretty good, but it's measurable. Not necessarily the best in the world, but it's measurable. Five, measurable, and there's a continuous loop of improvement in it. It's subjective, it's judgment. So what I'm going to do tonight, you will see, is we would have a way in which you can see example of each of our domain area, and you can see what one looks like, two looks like, just an example, okay? Ultimately, you make the judgment. As long as it is reasonable, we will be fine, okay? All right, let's jump into the core of it. I like this. Okay, thank you, Shatan. So level one, initial, level two, manage. And you know what? Because you guys asked of it, let me just quickly refresh us real quick. Let me share my screen and you all can see this real quick in general. And I think I sent that mail, I sent it to us earlier on too, but let's quickly just go through this real quick. So this is what CMMI maturity model looks like real quick. And the overview is like it's a process improvement framework to show you from the range of 1 to 5. One is initial, 5 minutes, optimize. It's a good process in general. Initial is saying it's predictable and poorly controlled. You know, it's really focused on individual effort. If there's no strategy around it, it's just good in tracking things. Okay, fine. Two says it's managed. There's a plan, it's documented at the project level, right? Remember, there's individual level, project level. There's awareness of asset and vulnerability management. It's reactive, not proactive. It's just a reactive thing. Three, it is well defined and across the organization. Level one, individual level. I know it. Level two, a department project level. We are doing it right. Level three, at the organization level, we are doing it right. Now, level four takes it to a different measure. We are doing it right and we can control it. All right. And you guys will see an example. It's very judgmental. Level five is saying, all right, it's good. We are constantly improving it. That's really what it is. There's a continuous improvement. It's proactive in nature, not reactive. So that's the gist of it. Okay. I'm not going to overthink it until you use it, then you would appreciate it. And we'll get into that in a bit. Okay. Let's jump into identity access management real quick. Then we do an assessment real quick as a team. Then we do our working session real quick.
Hi there, join our exclusive WhatsApp community to learn more about cyber GRC.